Welcome back to Veterans Claims Ambush. I will be taking you into some pretty technical material in the lectures that follow this. I have brought you up to speed knowledge-wise, and I do not want you to be discouraged. And I want to appeal to the side of you that took the oath. Remember something, that my standard is Valley Forge. It is your standard as well. You took an oath to do something where you could very easily be killed. Defense of the nation. For nothing in return. What I'm saying is you did something out of patriotism, belief, not only in your country but in yourself. And if you have, over the years, traveled the world, it will reinforce in you how different the United States is. Nothing is perfect. Everything in life, in your life, my life, involves some kind of observation, goal, and work toward the goal. But you're different because you took that oath. I want to take you back to the days of my youth growing up in New York City. A great public library system. One day, before I was in high school, I was in the library, and I was reading a book of great speeches. I came across a speech, 1857, by a man I'd never heard of. It wasn't a great historical figure like Caesar, etc. And I read this speech, and I've always remembered it. Later on, I read more that this man had not only spoken in speeches, but written. So today, I want to remind you of an inspirational man who changed my life as a boy, and later as a student, and later as a young man, and on and on. He was born in the United States, as was I. He was a traveler. Later, I would be. He had a profound sense of observation. He could look at things and analyze them. He had an agile mind. He was largely self-educated. I was formally educated, but I found out early on that the stricture, the confinement of formal education would require me to do what I did when I was much younger, which was to go to the great library of the experience of your life, of other people's lives, to listen. I thought I would show you why I am doing this series of lectures. Yes, it is inspired by the strange withdrawal in Afghanistan that reminded me very much of 1975 with Vietnam, Saigon. I was not there, but by then I was a first lieutenant in the Air Force Reserve. I was nowhere near Vietnam. When we withdrew from Afghanistan, The image was the same. So why am I doing this series? Because I owe it to you and this man. So let's take a look at something. This is a book review. There it is. If you want to observe what the nature of being an individual is and how to educate yourself, no matter what the cost, of how to have a principle and follow it through, this is the man. I don't agree with some of his points. It's not the issue. I go back to that 1857 speech he gave about you have to earn, you have to struggle. That word struggle will be taken over later by political movements, but I'm going back to its original meaning. You will sometimes have to do things that are hard. You have to find the will to do it. I don't have to introduce you to Friedrich Nietzsche. If you're down in the dumps about being overwhelmed by some of this stuff, and certainly by what I'm going to introduce to you later on, 1857, upstate New York. Read what this man says. He's born here. He has nothing. This is a wonderful book. Okay? Wonderful book. He's long gone. No, he's not. No, he's not.